All right, welcome. Let's change this to that. Okay. This. This one, right? Yeah. Okay. Finally set up. I have to move that over again because I forgot to. Hang on. Every time I'm going to forget that. I want it over to about there, I think. Good day, Monmouth. How are you? Okay, let's try that again. Yeah, there we go. Oh, except I forgot to change what game to look at. It's always something. Get there. Give me 1 sec. Okay, this one. What's that? Okay. And back again. And I also chose the wrong, and it's this one that I want. Yep. And I want to go like this, that, and that. Never met a loaf? Yeah, interesting name, right? Not what I would expect. It's actually why I didn't know. Too bad. Or not too bad. It's actually why I didn't know how to say his name initially. When I first started the game, until they actually had a character say it, I didn't know it was Loaf. I thought it was Loath or something. I had no idea, right? And they talk with British Isles accents, right? So that means that it's probably from around there, but I would guess Loath doesn't sound like an English name. I would guess it's maybe Irish or Scottish, but I don't know. I don't know Welsh, like what Welsh names are, so maybe it's Welsh. Not sure. Clark's residence. Yep. Okay. One thing I considered since last time, I don't know if this is the answer. Of course, I didn't look anything up because I'm trying to play blind. But one thing I considered was maybe I've not analyzed enough of the journals and stuff I've got and the notes I have collected to figure something out. Because I know there's specifically a mechanic in this game where if you've looked at something, highlighted certain parts, and then use the think, you'll come to a conclusion about something. So maybe there's something in there that I need to use. Yeah, maybe Celtic? Yeah. Hard to say. Exactly. I loathe capers in a salad. Exactly. Well, it's loath, TH like in through, not loathe like in that, right? It's a different TH. But yeah, I get what you're saying. You're just doing a pun. It works. It works definitely. Okay. So what do we have? We have a couple of keys we're missing, right? We have a room here on the side, a door here on the side we cannot open. I thought there was one more, or maybe it was a lockbox. There was some other thing we needed a key for, I think. I think it's 2 keys we need. I can't remember what the other one was offhand though. And then we also potentially need matches or a torch or something. We have the lantern, so presumably we need fuel and matches with that. But maybe we'll find a torch for Americans, flashlight. Maybe we'll find a torch or something we can use. Or some other light source. And we also need something to get past that obstruction down in the well. Whether it's a pickaxe or a shovel or whatever it might be. We need something to get us through there because we cannot squeeze the space right now. And then also, like I was just mentioning, we need light because it's too dark beyond the space. Okay, let's... This probably is not going to be useful anymore, or at least not right now. This is what led us to Clark's mansion in the first place. Field notes might be useful. So a strong flashlight. In order to find out what the superstitious vagrants may have been afraid of. It's true. It's a good point, Monmouth. It must be New England because he says flashlight, not torch, right? Nobody in the British Isles calls it a flashlight, I don't think. I would absolutely agree. I think some of it is in very good taste. In very good taste, in fact. So about the ladder, which is broken, we're not going to use it. We've already been in the well, and he already said we can't use it. So I assume that's nothing. Probably not useful. Worm-like, the fact that the burrow is worm-like, probably not useful. This is the tunnel that we've tried, right? It's obstructed. This is odd. His legs were aching as he started to proceed. I wonder if maybe he was in a crouched position. And so it was stressing his muscles a lot, so they started getting sore? Possibly. I don't know if I know them all. There's the kind of the Boston area accent. There's the Maine and New Hampshire and Vermont area accent. There's a Pennsylvania accent because there's Pennsylvania Dutch, and I think that kind of was the sound, the way that the English there is pronounced was affected, influenced by the Pennsylvania Dutch, I think, which is actually German. Dutch, Deutsch, right? The German that way. And then I don't know what the fourth one would be. I suppose New York. But Boston and I mean New York is kind of influenced by the Boston accent, so I'm not sure if that is its separate one, but it might be. I mean New York is populous enough, but I kind of feel like Boston's only I think Boston's only like maybe 100 miles from New York City or something. Yeah. Oh my gosh. This is becoming a headache, dude. Seriously. There's got to be some kind of, I don't know, algorithm or something I can use to just detect those and they get auto blocked. Yeah, Northeastern New English shows non-rhotically. So, like, that's like pak the ka, right? They don't really pronounce the R. Yeah, caught. Yeah, caught. Yep. And strong R fronting. Yeah, Boston, New Hampshire. Oh, Maine is also in that. Okay. I guess that makes sense. Coastal Maine. Yeah, but I was thinking more like the Maine that's closer to Canada, like the, what would that be, western border of Maine? Southeastern, Providence, Rhode Island, and the Narragansett Bay. Okay. And that's also non-rhotic, okay, or non-rhotic, but no caught. Yeah, yeah. Cause like the Boston area, they say caught. They say caught, but in there they say caught and then caught and then caught, or caught and then caught. How whatever. Anyway, most American English actually says caught the same way. Like you sleep on the cot and I caught a ball. It sounds the same to most American accents. So when they have it not merged like there, that's an oddity. It's not typical American English. Northwestern, that's like Vermont. Strong R fronting. Okay. And then Southwestern, and that's in the Vermont area. And then Southwestern, that's Springfield, Connecticut, Western Massachusetts. Western Massachusetts. Okay, so that's Boston's the coastal, as that would affect the New York accent. That's why I thought they were somewhat similar. Not the same, but somewhat similar. And then yeah, because again, with any accent, you have more mild variance in the accent as well, of course. Hey, Silhouette, welcome. Yeah, yep, pretty cool. Thanks for sharing. That's awesome. I like that. That's actually why when I've been reading, like reading the voice of Loth Nolder, or sorry, Clark Field in this case, when I remember to, that is, and I don't just read, but I'm trying to read in an accent or something, I'm not really there. It's non-rhotic, right? There's not an R. That New England area tends to have the R's more like British English, affected like British English does, right? They go extreme in some of the New England areas, but so like we said, like the Boston area, they'd say park the car, right? Park the car, park the car, right? But park the car is kind of similar to park the car, right? It's very similar in that way to British English. Doesn't sound the same, but it's got a similar lack of pronouncing the R. That's called non-rhotic, when you don't really pronounce the R in situations where you normally might. Because most other areas of English language, a lot of other areas of English language, I should say, right? You actually use the R, right? Canadian English, you do that typically. Most of American English, you do that. If you look at what's a good... Well, you look at English outside of England, for example, like where people learn English as a second language. Even though England has that accent, and they typically learn British English, they very often will still use R's on the end of words, like park and car, where they don't in actual British pronunciation anyway. I would say numerically, like by population as a whole, English usually pronounces the R in situations like that. How far are you going to go? How far are you going to go? Okay? But there are definitely large representations of the non-rhotic where the R is kind of hangs in the air. You don't quite get the tongue down to make the R sound. Okay, so this doesn't help with the tunnel. And then reaching the statues and stuff doesn't help because we're not that far. So that, how will that help us now for something that's further down? It doesn't make sense, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Moron said what? Threw his flashlight at the sound. Like an idiot. So this might not be helpful because the flashlight will also be farther in, right? Piece of ladder broke off, and then he also had his flashlight initially. Next morning, I woke up in my bedroom, bathed in sunlight, thought of all the events that were delusions, merely caused by excessive weariness and insomnia, reached another conclusion: maybe Ira was right about the restoration. This sort of place has very important features invisible to the naked eye. Hence, I decided to leave the house as it is now. I'm not going to make any further efforts to restore the house. More like that. The R is hangs a bit. It doesn't quite get down like it would otherwise. Like if you were going to say the word run or race or something, right? The R really gets down. Doesn't so much on the end. Anyway, that's useful in general terms. It, of course, doesn't give me any specifics, but it does help me to remember to look for hidden things. But when I went down that well, I panned to the left and right and as much up and down at each step of the way as I could to try to find something, and I didn't see anything that I could tell was hidden. Now, something hidden might be revealed should I have fuel for and then ignition for my lantern, but I don't know that that's going to be helpful. Nothing particularly interesting here. If I go, well, let's just do this. No. I think you have to underline for it to work, but I'm not positive. I'll just do it on each. Yeah, and I had done this. Why did this not mark? But still nothing interesting. Oh, it didn't stick. Anyway. So I don't think there's anything in there that's going to be helpful. This is 2 of 4. 1 of 4. See, more notes is better. We only have 2 out of 4 parts. We need 2 more sets of notes. That's going to require something. Like opening a drawer we've not opened or something, I would guess. It's always possible there's something behind one of these paintings or on the side also, right? That's a classic way of hiding stuff. Just barely like in the frame of a painting or something, some such. Maybe even the painting itself. But I don't have any additional interaction options when I'm zoomed in here. So unless something, that icon means back out. So unless I see that icon, or if I see that icon, obviously don't do it. But otherwise, let's see if there's another icon shows up while I'm zoomed in here. Maybe something with the wallpaper peeling or something, although I wouldn't have a reason to think it would do that here in particular, but you never know. I don't see it. I don't see anything. So, hey, Phil Fox, welcome. Right, yeah. Features. They'd still do the CH sound, though, right? Features. But they would say features instead of features. Right, exactly. Yep. The features are interesting. Yep. Yeah, it's specifically about the R not being spoken. So you still keep the rest of the word the same. So if there's a CH sound in the middle, that would mostly, in some cases there might be a variation. Most of the time that would be the same. So feach still has the CH sound in the middle. It's the R not being said. So features would be what you're looking for. But that's right. That's correct. It's the right idea. I swear I heard like a door creaking open or something, but I'm sure it's just ambiance. I don't imagine that's. Now, in fairness, too, I'm not criticizing any accent, of course. I'm just describing it. My own accent is really this weird amalgamation, right? Like, because I'm not anymore because it's been years since I've spoken it, but even still, because I was fluent in French and then later fluent in Dutch, those have colored some of the things I say. Yeah. So like I say more like the Canadian pronunciation. I say buried rather than buried, which is what most Americans would say. They tend to say like the thing that you pick to eat that's fruity. They use that pronunciation, buried, rather than I say buried and burial. Again, like I said, I am not a good representation of typical American English. I do know how typical American English is pronounced, and I can pronounce things with a typical American English accent. I think at least like a central U.S. accent, but no, I would not be a good. Don't try to pronounce like me if you want to sound like most Americans. I tend to say foyer instead of foyer. I tend to say bury instead of bury. I tend to say, what else? Sorry instead of sorry. I tend to say, anyway, a lot of stuff like that. I'm an oddball. I really am an odd nut with my pronunciation. It comes from living abroad a lot, right? I've lived in many different countries for different periods of time. Lived in / visited many different countries. So my accent has gotten affected by those other experiences. Plus, I don't remember the term for it. There's a term for somebody who kind of tends to latch on to somebody's accent and imitates it quickly, like they kind of adopt it as their own accent. I'm one of those people. And it's not like a intent to mock or anything. It's an intent to, this is how they say it. I want to kind of fit in with society. Maybe it's like a psychological thing or something anyway. So I tend to speak more like they speak. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, the note, but it's not. Yeah. It's just a note, like a handwritten note. I don't think that's a. I thought I remembered that, but it's not a piece of paper. It's just like, I would imagine, felt marker or some such that's been used to label it. And this is not a WASD type of game because it's point and click. I have to click to move also, like that, when that icon shows. So I get what I get. If I'm in an area and I'm not able to go down farther or zoom in on something, those are the bricks, as they say. Or as Throw Mama from the Train would say, that's the way the mop flops. They also say those are the bricks. Those are the bricks. Those are the breaks. That's tough. There's some inappropriate phrases I won't say here, but yeah. Okay. I mean, I don't know what else to do other than to analyze notes. Oh yeah, I have the second set from the journal I could look at. But I don't know. I don't know anything to do other than try to analyze notes more, like do think about, or try to be more thorough. I thought I've been thorough already, but maybe not enough. Try to be more thorough in my examination of the environment. See if there's something that allows interaction that will give me something more than I already have. So I can't even go to the bottom drawer, at least not right there. Drawer, that's another one. I say drawer, not drawer. A lot of Americans, I think most probably will say drawer. They also say lawyer. I say lawyer. I say drawer. That's more of a Midwestern accent, I think, if I remember right, in America. I'm surprised that none of these drawers open though, or let you examine them even. That is a little surprising. I mean, I don't. It's not a problem, obviously. If it's just decoration, it's just decoration. But I would expect I'd be able to at least open or look at one of the drawers. There are 6 there. Well, 4, I guess. 2 large and 2 small. But I could get none of them. So, yep. I don't see anything up on the edge here. Nope. Okay. Well, I guess nothing in this area. We already know that is locked. Tried. I don't think I ever found anything to the side of these. I don't know that it's something we'll use right now, but I do still think that it's significant, like an important detail, that the clock here upstairs stopped at 5 of 7, and then also back at Loth Nolder's office stopped at 5 of 7. I do think that's important. 2 clocks stopped at the same time and not like on an hour is almost definitely an important clue at some point, right? Either something that gives us part of a combination or something that will help us figure out when something happened, something important will come with that, I believe. Yeah. I mean, again, I'm not saying it makes sense or not for others to pronounce it that way, but that's how I developed that idea in my head. That's right. Law, you practice law, so you're a lawyer. If something is put, or if you put something where you draw it out, it's a drawer. It draws it out or opens it so that you can access it. That's right. You have to draw it out to access something inside. This also was something that struck me as a little odd, right? This pattern. Not that the pattern is anything in particular special, but a pattern like this kind of lends itself well to having things hidden within it. But I don't see anything when I examine it. Yeah, there's nothing as far as I can tell. And then above it, of course, you could try also. But I would imagine, if anything, you would find it in the shade. The lamp is putting off, not in the lit area. But you never know. But I still don't see anything in here. And here, I've already been on the table about 1 billion times, maybe 1.5 billion. Nothing. Examine the crates. Can't really get much with the chair, just maybe the top, back, right corner of it or something. These patterns also, right, over here, also could lend themselves to hiding something. But, like this right here, kind of looks to me like a pressure plate or something of some kind that might open a wall or compartment or some such, but I'm not seeing anything with it. Just kind of slowly go up like this. See if anything gets the mouse pointer to change to a different pointer, indicating that I can interact. If there were werewolves or something outside, I would expect one of them to suddenly just jump like against the window as I was examining it or some such. Yeah, I don't get anything doing that. Again, nothing with a screwdriver or anything else lying there. No. Still nothing. And then this side. Also, see, this also is something that looks like it would open, but it does not. At least not at present. But I would guess there'd be some kind of interaction icon at least if it was ever going to open. Maybe just have a lock or just have a hand and then you try it and then it says, no, it's locked or whatever, like it does with the door there. I don't see any way to do anything with this. Looks like a small bookshelf or something, or a book cabinet, some such. Whenever you see me go like down to like here or something and then stop, that just means that the game will not let me look any lower. If this were Village, I'd just take my knife out and bust the glass and see if there's something behind it, but that's not a thing in this game. Unless, I guess, if at some point maybe the game prompts you to do that, but it's not normally a thing. Still nothing. All these patterns. Not finding something is a little, frankly, surprising, but also a little disappointing. I was kind of hoping there'd be something that I missed in one of them. And it's still possible I've missed it, like every time maybe I'm passing it by a pixel or something even. But it is what it is. I can't seem to find it. I really wish there was something like a morgue, maybe, or something, so we could try to look in somebody's coat pockets or something. The hem of a jacket or some such. And I can't look under a rug or a carpet or some such to find, oh, there's a key hidden in here after all. I can't look in the vase. That's what I don't do differently. I say vase, I don't say vase. I feel vase is a bit affected. In most cases. Like I said, like I say foyer, I tend to say foyer. That's because I, spoke French for a while. So it's my accent is affected by that. I don't think that's the proper way of saying it. It's just what I happen to say. Nothing in this entryway. See that right underneath? Well, not right. If you take where where the arrow pointer is now, and you go straight down from there, the little lighter spot surrounding a darker spot on the floor made me think maybe there was something there, but that's part of this blood trail. So. Yeah, I don't know. It was interesting. I'm not sure. I would guess it's probably more like the New Hampshire-ish accent, I would guess. Well, no. Like the Vermont accent. Well, New Hampshire, Vermont. Yeah, somewhere in that range. In that area, I think. Yeah. Yeah, it's good. I like that kind of detail. When it's not just topographical or something, but they actually give you details about the plants and such. Wait, there was something I could have sworn right here that there was something that I interacted with. Was there not? I thought there was some switch to the mouse pointer just there. My mind must be playing tricks on me. This is another oddity, right? Because I would have expected that the drawers here also would be accessible or some such, or that vase there. But I don't believe any of these do, right? Yeah, you can't even get as low as the drawers are, except for these 3 maybe, and none of them give you any prompts. Cannot pick that book up, even though it clearly looks like some kind of a journal, but you cannot pick that up. Cannot do anything with that vase or this picture. Sees the bloodstains on the wallpaper, but says nothing. There's something you want to tell us? Whatever our protagonist's name is? I don't even remember what our name is. So focused on reading other things, I've forgotten what our name is. This one? Yeah.
Yes, Arthur?
At last? Where were you? I've been trying to contact you for hours.
He doesn't say the name, I don't think. Which is fine, but I'm just saying, so I don't know. I think this is this here. I think that's just to go in the door. I'll check it in a second when I finish hovering over the other stuff here, but I think that's all that is. I don't believe. See, we cannot go any lower to look at this face. So again, pretty much nothing as far as that goes. Okay, so if I go here. Yeah. Yeah, see, that takes me in. Yeah, if I want fuel, that might be down below, maybe, although I don't remember seeing anything. But there might be fuel down below. But if I'm looking for matches, I do not believe they're going to be down there. Other than maybe on the table or something. But the only table down there, really, that we could look at was one where he just said it's messy or whatever. So we don't actually get to look at the table. So if that table's out, I would assume matches should be somewhere else in the house. Just making sure nothing changed without my knowledge. Okay. I mean, this all looks familiar, unsurprisingly. Yeah, see, 5 of 7. One of the stopped clocks. We could not read this. I think he says something like he can't really read it. It's gibberish, but it might be that he just said there was nothing interesting. I can't remember which. Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's go there. I'll show you. Here, I tied a rope. We had a coil of rope with us. I tied it to the pipes. So we can climb down. But when I climb down, I don't see anything with which to interact on the way down. I mean, there's this ladder, but the ladder's broken. I think it's the next one down, I think, is when we can interact with the ladder. Yeah, so nothing. So if we can do this and go farther down. Now we can do this, but he says, Mr. Field wrote that he broke the ladder while escaping from the well. So that's all that we get when we examine the ladder. This other stuff, again, so when we get this icon down here, when we're looking down, that means we'll descend farther. So that's as much as we can examine there. No worries. No worries. Yeah. So while I'm down here, I'll better illustrate the specifics of the problem that I was describing before. Give me a second here to try to examine. Yeah, there's nothing. So we cannot go farther down. If we do this, he says, can't climb down any further. The rope isn't long enough. So we have to go here, which is the hole, the opening to the tunnel that Clarkfield had described. We go in here. We have this initial spot where we can go back out to the rope. And then unless I missed something, which is possible, but otherwise I've already examined these walls and not found anything, so I don't think there's anything to get here. This is as high up as we can go, so we cannot really search the ceiling. So we do go one more space in for entering the tunnel, but that's where we get the roadblock, the tunnel collapse, former tunnel collapse. So if we go here, so there's really nothing to examine on the walls, although I've been over them before anyway. This spot, there's not really anything of interest that should make somebody think I should investigate that, or examine that more closely. If I try various areas on here, he says, I think the ceiling collapsed recently. This was not mentioned in Mr. Field's notes. Yeah, so in other words, this happened since Mr. Field wrote his notes about entering the tunnel from before. Yeah, the gap with smoke is beyond this. So previously, this here was a tunnel that continued forward with no collapse. Mr. Fields entered into a chamber, and then by one of the statues in the chamber, he saw a small, thin opening, and there was smoke coming out from it. That's right. Indicating that there was probably a room or passage or something on the other side of the wall where that gap was. But, like this says just now, there's now a collapse here, which was not in Field's notes. So since Clark Fields did not write that, this happened since that time. No, so not here. Here there's no gap with smoke. So the only gap is over here. This does not have smoke. It kind of has this like fog-looking stuff here. If I do this, it says there's a gap here, but it's too narrow for me to fit through. I can't see anything ahead of me. It's too dark. I feel a cold draft. So that's why I want, like, a scheduler? No. I don't have a scheduler. Nope. But this is why I was thinking a pickaxe or shovel for the actual space to open the gap up more so we could squeeze through. Also, something to ignite the lantern that we're carrying that's empty. I think it has fuel, but I'm not positive. It still works, but I need at least something to ignite it, like matches or a cigarette lighter or something. And then there is the cold draft. It all happens at this point. That's fine, but I can't do it. I can't do anything with this. I can examine it and have him describe stuff, but nothing's happening when I just examine it. So I don't know. See, that's still the same gap. Pan right and look down? I did look down before, though. Pan right and look. Oh! This is lying on the floor. I see. I had missed that. I had definitely missed that. There's a digital organizer here. Probably belongs to Mr. Field. He must have dropped it here. I see. Interesting. What was that? I don't want to stay here any longer. Go. Go, 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 go. Go up. 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 Leave. Leave. Better lock the door. Yeah. Didn't realize there was something on the floor we needed to do, so. What the? Just leave. Get back out into the main house. Well, there was... I saw some... I am paralyzed with fear. I don't feel so well. I need to rest. So I guess we're going to go back to our place, is what it sounds like to me. You can always come back here again later. At least it wasn't a flashlight again. Yeah. That's right. Was all that I experienced down there real? Or was I influenced by the things described in the notes and the things I've known and read about since I was a child? I have a severe headache. I need to rest. Something in the air in Mr. Field's residence. It makes me feel dizzy. Something in the air. Okay. I feel so tired. Rode too soon, the house was cool. I'm pretty sure we're going to have to go back to the house. I can't imagine we never go back to the house, so. Oh, I can't even do a think thing right now because he's tired, so I guess I have to go to bed first. At last, I'll rest. I right-clicked and nothing happened, so. I appreciate that. Thanks, Monmouth. I had been all over examining, but it was so dark I didn't see that. So, who could it be? Who's knocking at my door? I don't remember turning the radio on before I fell asleep. Hello? What? Someone was knocking on my door. Where is he? Or she? Or they? Outside seems so quiet and there's no light other than the moonlight. Same, okay. Why would I want to go further down the hall into the darkness? Are you crazy? Only an insane person would do that. Why? What is happening to the radio? I hear someone talking? Again? Who is it? Yeah, that's great. We're going insane too. To read text, find clues. Backseater bump was just saying more pixel hunting required. Yeah. All right, here we go. What's going on? I don't understand. What's going on? Who is this? Is this a joke? It's darker than before. It's not real. And that weird monotonous sound is louder now. It sounds like a slowly beating heart. I'm starting to feel afraid. Back inside. What is the meaning of this? Or is this just a dream? What's happening? Awesome. Hi. Oh, you're bad.
Oh, God.
Did we just die, or is this just a dream? Just boogeyman. Let's go back to sleep. Yeah. No big deal, just the boogeyman. Wellsmouth State Hospital, November 6th, 2011.
Listen, I need to ask you something about him. He woke up several times during the night. Each time he claimed there was some kind of creature sitting on his chest, preventing him from fully waking up. Does he suffer from nightmares or any other kind of problems?
I'm not really sure what you mean.
I see. It's probably nothing. Stress, most likely, brought on by pressures of work combined with not enough sleep. You're his friend. When he gets out of here, tell him to take a break. A long break. He needs it.
Those were English accents. Those were not New English. So I don't know. New England accents. He got zombied? Yeah. Day 2 after hospital observation, November 8th, 2011.
What's happening to me? I've been suspended from my police job until further notice. The doctor told me I've suffered a nervous breakdown. They told me I woke up everyone in my apartment building 3 nights ago with my screaming. I don't remember that happening. What's wrong with me? These dreams I keep having, they seem so real. This case, there's something about it. I feel connected to it somehow. But why? Maybe if I could solve it, I could understand some of the other things that are happening to me. I'm not at home at the moment. Please leave your message after the beep.
Hi, Howard. I just called to ask you if everything's all right.
We're Howard, okay.
You had a breakdown, you know. You've got to get some rest, mate. I will call you again, mate. Look after yourself. See you soon.
Mate, that's for sure not American. We don't call each other mates here. We say buddy or friend or pal or something. We don't say mate. We use mate in specific cases like a team mate, or a playmate. But we don't just use mate like, hey mate, let's go to the pub or something. We don't say that. So scream in your sleep. You had that nightmare, silly man. Yeah. I'd better take my medicine as the doctor ordered. Let's see, it was Clark Field's organizer. Found it in the web. A password? Do we know a password somewhere? Probably not. Not that I can remember. I want bathroom for the medicine. I'm thinking if there anything else. We have this. Let's see. The doctor.
Listen, I need to ask you something about him. He woke up several times during the night. Okay,
so that's what the conversation we just saw. Wet soil on the shovel. Used very recently. A strong scent. Yep. The cellar smells strange. Harmol is a plant with entheogenic properties. Used in some regions of the world as air and mind purifier. Ceiling of the tunnel supposed to leading to the inner room has collapsed recently. And something in the air that makes him feel dizzy. Yeah. Okay. So I guess that's just the next step is to go take the medicine. Oh wait, our bathroom is here. The other one is wait, this is a closet. Yeah, the bathroom is over here, I believe. Yeah. I don't think there's anything else. Let's see if there's the other side also before we go take him. Nah, doesn't look like it. Okay. Need to use it right now? Does that mean we'll need to at some point? Or... Never go in this room for some reason. Not sure what's in there. I need a password. 655 maybe for the time. No. 4. It's 4 wide. Is that still in there, or is that going to be? No. Okay, good. So reset. Trying to think of a 4-digit number we've seen so far. I don't remember seeing anything. Let's see. 2011. I highly doubt it's the current year. That's just extraordinarily obvious. It doesn't really make your tablet secure, so I wouldn't think that's it. Not seeing anything in here, number-wise. No. Yeah, I don't know. Go back to the mansion. If you pay the electricity bill, things wouldn't be so creepy. Maybe not so creepy. I feel like they'd still probably be creepy. I mean, he, has an interesting choice of colors he uses, for instance. But, No, I'm thinking his office would be more likely to have something than his. Wait. No, it's Clark Field's organizer, not Loth Nolder's. So going to Loth Nolder's place probably won't help us. Yeah, the only place we know of Clark Fields has is that house, right? I think. Don't know. Let's do this first. And I guess let's return to. Oh, that's wrong way. Okay, go the other way. Let's, I guess, return to Clark Field's office. Oh, is this a dream too? When I walk out that door, the world still be the same. All right, give me a second. I'm gonna get something to drink. Yep, I'll be right back. All right, back. Yeah, I don't really. Yeah, like it's like he's got that dialogue there. I think that really is the next step. I don't think we are supposed to keep hanging around our place. I did not know that there was going to be a password on the organizer, and I thought it might be a useful thing to read the organizer and see what's inside. But given that it's password protected, I really don't see that we have any other path to follow other than to just go back and see if we can find the password to it, right? Because I don't think that, I mean, a 4-digit code, we could guess it. It would take probably hours to go through all the sequences, so that doesn't really make sense, right? So, all right. Will the world be the same? At least it's not a bad dream. I feel like our protagonist, Howard, already had some difficulties, right? Because we began the game with a dream of being in the hall and having kind of creepy things a little bit here and there in the hall. I think that's the same description of the house that we had before. I think. I should search here more carefully this time. I mean, in fairness, I kind of tried. You didn't let me. So, not my fault. Okay, so far things haven't changed. So aggravating. Still not really finding anything different so far. Maybe upstairs, or maybe, you know, wonderfully downstairs. I don't know. And nothing new so far. Yep. Like I said, I figured we probably would do this again. Pot looks authentic. Again, can't really get inside or anything. It's also possible we get the shovel, we get inside here, but... thought about going and getting the shovel now. I think we'll just finish looking in here first. And then if we end up with more, that's fine. I think there had been something here at some point, but we've gotten it already. And maybe even used it. Can't even read this page behind, so are these over here? Notice about a manuscript, indication of strange interests Mr. Field had. We already had that before. There's the calendar again. Mentions their dates that have been marked. Oh. Let's see. Oh, these could be. These would be 4 numbers together. 7, 4, 14. Depending on what the ordering is. We write them down and then we'll try different combinations. See if we can get something that way. 7, 4, and 14. Because this one's an X. The other 3 are all checks. So maybe that is the clue. Maybe that's what will get us in. Let's see. So 7, 4, 14. Okay. 7, 14, 4. Reminder note, when will the triumphant witch be reborn? Triumphant witch. Triumphant witch be reborn. Okay, so this is all stuff within the house. All of this journal is. It might be the notes over here. I seem to remember some kind of children's story or some such about a witch, but I could be crossing wires. That may have been from Saint Kotar. Thought that was here, though. Okay, this is all like notes of his, not any kind of folk tale or anything. But you can't read any of those. I'm pretty sure it's not in here now that I think about it. I mean, we didn't know before, but with the clue that we have, I'm pretty sure it's not going to be in here. So what we want, I think, is going to be down this way, I think. Was there a note we read over here, though? Remember, I feel like there was, but I don't remember now. Doesn't seem to be, though. Yeah, more clues to underline. Yeah, very probably. I can. No, I did look at this before. Is the thing, the note or whatever in this, is that? No, see, these are psychological problems. It's not gonna. There's no way that's gonna talk about like when a witch returns triumphant or whatever it was. I'm pretty sure there was something about a witch in one of the journals or whatever that we read. I'm pretty sure. You think? Maybe it's farther on. Maybe I didn't go far enough in this. But this specifically, well, the stuff being covered here, specifically the series of events from acquiring the house to then living in it for a while, starting to get curious about the past and wanting to renovate it and all that stuff. So that is not helpful, I don't think. And then this is just another journal entry, right? He was out of town because of his job. Yeah, that's right. This talks about Versailles, and I don't know. It's getting sweaty. Okay. This is talking more about the kind of nirvana somebody would reach taking a certain substance or some such, right? Somebody, the one who lies beneath. But it does not give me the year when the witch is supposed to return triumphant, right? Let's see. It's a lot of dates, but no indication when the witch will return triumphant. Thought he said he was going to be more thorough, but so far I've not been able to pick anything else up that I have not already previously done. And I can't go over to that wardrobe over there, for instance. Wardrobe is locked. That was the other one. So there's the room down when you first enter and you go to the right. And you have that long room that has kind of the lounge, smoking room, whatever at the end. The den, whatever that room is. There's on the way there on the left, there's a door that's locked, and the door outside of that room that you could use to get into the room beyond also is blocked. So there's that lock. There's the wardrobe here. That was, I think that was the second locked thing I was thinking of when I talked about that earlier. Where else? We didn't find anything about witches or anything at Loth Nolder's office, right? I think it was supposed to be here? I don't remember now. Let me turn my fan off. It's too cold now. I'm trying to think of what books we might have read there, though. We read a newspaper article or clipping. We got the letter from Clark to his brother saying don't come, and that he had this mansion here. But I don't think there were really any tomes or anything to help me out that way. Okay, I need to find that. Somewhere there was something talking about the witch in more detail. I'm pretty sure we already saw something like that. A lot of different masks here, and I think they're African. Yeah, okay. Trying to think of where there are any books that we've not read since returning here. Because all these ones on the shelves just say stuff like, there are books about such and such, or he has a lot of books in eclectic tastes, or that kind of thing, right? So none of these books that are shelved, I don't believe, will give us anything we want. Maybe we've not gotten what we want or what we should be getting yet. Let me, as excited as I am for it, let's go again, if he'll let us, and he's not too scared to go, of course, back to get the shovel, see if he'll actually pick the shovel up this time, and or grab the pickaxe. But the shovel would be better, because then we could maybe go up into the office and use the shovel on that planter. That's what I'm thinking. I'm not thinking the hole in the tunnel right now. I'm thinking that planter, maybe. Yeah. That's fine. Okay, back. Continue. What? What now? There are difficulty options? Oh, I can have hints on? Nah. I see. Right. Okay, anyway. Where's... Just hit escape. There we go. Okay. Okay, let's see if he's willing even to try. Should probably do this so I can hear now. Ambiances. This is a really good thing, right? Yeah, let's go back down there. That's great. Okay, but that doesn't... So still nothing. He doesn't really have anything more to tell me for the shovel. So I don't know. Okay, well, let's get back out of here. Let's try Lufn, since we're basically at the front door anyway, let's try Lufnolder's office. See if we can get something there. Not seeing anything that sticks out to me on this. 1, 8, 15, 22, 29, 2, 9, 16, 23, 30. No, we're going to get anything from... Oh, wait. Calendar's 5 years old. Must be for just prior to his sudden decision to travel abroad. Visited some African and Oceanian countries during his travels. Or you could just say Oceanic, because that would be easier to say. But sure, if you want to make it difficult, I guess that's your prerogative. Yeah, these don't give... I was hoping when I picked this up, I was hoping this coincidence bit over here might have something about like, oh, back in the day when the such and such witch or something, but... Where is that? There's some historical... I'm positive there's some historical record talking about the background of the area and that this witch was like killed, but or went into hiding or something, but said that she had plans to return to, I don't even know. Maybe not. Because I know there's definitely some of that stuff in St. Kotar too, like I said, right? That's some of the confusion points. Because in St. Kotar, there's this whole, you know, they burned the lady as a witch, so she cursed the family line thing, right? That's not obviously what's happening here, but I thought there was something. Because we need, the clue is the witching, or like when the witch will rise to power, right? So we need that from something, and I'm not sure. What would indicate that? What was this thing again? See, this is early enough, but I don't think what we want is in there. I like how they make it so you cannot read the time on the grandfather clock. I mean, it does save me from trying to use that incorrectly as some kind of a clue or something, but still. Oops. Eclipse of the Soul. I'm not seeing anything in this. There's nothing more in the drawers, though. And back to this. Nothing, literally nothing over there. nothing we missed from this guy, right? I don't think so. Don't know. He went to the cemetery. Stories about an old tomb, or tomb in an old now in use cemetery. It talks about how far it was, 150 meters west. 2:48 a.m. That's another clue too, by the way. We know what meters are, and we typically can do a conversion between meters and feet, but in America, except in science, pretty much nobody uses meters, centimeters, grams. Well, they're limited. You can use gram like for drugs on the street, but generally we don't use gram as a measurement either. Not really seeing anything about a witch in here. Seen fires in the cave in the Northwood Forest. Doesn't really scream witch, though. Just screams something unusual. Could be anything. There's this. This is Ivar's place where they met. The building, which seems so strangely strong whilst showing the signs of rottenness all over, made me feel very uneasy. Christopher T. Dredden, one of the three men in that meeting apart from Ivar and me, told me that this place was built by an unknown witch. Couldn't be sure as to whether he was being serious due to the sardonic smile perpetually on his wizened, thin, long, and pale face whilst he spoke to me. But that just says a witch. I mean, that mentions a witch, but it doesn't say anything about like when her triumphant return or whatever the hell would be happening. More journals. This is just about his doing stuff with the house. Trying to see. Sure, there's not like a Control F or something in this while you're, so you can jump and look for keywords and stuff. Find a witch on the page somehow. African garden. Interesting. Its majestic appearance attracted my attention. For some time, I'd wanted a place to come to from time to time to listen to this overlooked world. Listen to this overlooked world of the past that no one knows and where no one wants to come. I found a barely legible metal plate on the half-ruined garden wall that showed the number of the house. It's covered with rust, probably as old as the house itself. Without hesitation, I recorded this number in my digital organizer, which I bought some time ago, because of my increasing forgetfulness. This here is probably the clue that I needed, right? He had a digital organizer. But the thing is, of course, I couldn't see it is the problem. I couldn't see it on the ground by the collapse. Murray introduced himself as Ivar Bergen, Norwegian immigrant. Judging from his appearance, it was obvious that he was a wealthy person. And I remembered that he said when we first met that he was also an aspiring owner. Okay, so there's that. So Ivar wanted to own a house as well, or maybe wanted to own this house, but Clark kind of bought it out from under him. Although, in fairness, I don't know that Ivar ever would actually have bought the house, right? It feels like, because he knows enough of the superstitions and stuff, or with the history, that he was too nervous to make a purchase of it. It's what it would seem like to me, anyway. He told me he had read some books and tomes which were prohibited, or attempts had been made to try to destroy them a long time ago. I cannot describe the pleasure I had when he expressed his unbelievable theories about the background of most of the things which are assumed to be superstitions, with proofs cited from things he had read in some of the ancient sources. For a long time I lived alone amongst ordinary people, and cannot describe the empty feeling that I always felt within me. From now on, I think that I will not have such a problem anymore. In life, it is really hard to find someone who you can speak with, even within your own family. I told you all this from the bottom of my heart and encourage him to visit whenever he likes. Yay. Looks like the room where the well was found and was covered with a rusting grate was I don't know. Hardwood and statue, complete enigma. No idea what it depicts. When I hold it due to reasons I can't comprehend. It looks very ancient. Carved smoothly, piece of tree. Blah 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 blah. Unintentionally did something because it opened by itself, or maybe it was already open. Not sure. There was nothing in the secret compartment. It was completely empty. So like it is now. Oddly enough, I felt that it had once stored something very precious. In addition to beautiful yet subtle smell, is dispersing from within the secret compartment. Can't tell what it is, but maybe it's some type of incense. Then he was angry that they had halted restoration. Well, he didn't make nearly the progress I would have liked to have made, but we made some progress. Thanks for that tip, Monmouth. I think that's going to be it for tonight. I'm going to be in about 11 hours. I'm going to be streaming Yomawari for probably 3 or 4 hours. So if you guys want to tune in for that, I will be around for that. Of course, that I think that's like 1 a.m. or maybe like some terrible hour for you, Monmouth. Like, might be like 6 a.m. I don't know. I think it's like more like 1 or 2 a.m. though for you. So probably not something for you that you'll want to watch. But Silhouette, well, you're welcome if you decide you want to make it anyway. But Silhouette, I'll be doing that. So if that time works for you, you'll be able to catch me then. Otherwise, tomorrow night, as per the usual time, we'll be doing Resident Evil Village. So that is the plan. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate it, guys. It's been fun. Yeah. wish I would have found that planner sooner, right? Like in the first 15 minutes of playing or something. And then I wouldn't have spent all the time overanalyzing every little piece and then we'd maybe be farther along. But that's all right. It's not the big deal. Definitely not the end of the world. And I mean, I enjoy like these kinds of puzzle games where 1 a.m. puzzles are. That's right. So not the big deal. You know, totally within your normal bedtime and stuff. So, all right. That is going to do it. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys next time. Whether that's tomorrow afternoon for Yomawari, tomorrow night for Resident Evil Village, in uploads I do, or any other time. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon. Till next time. Peace.
Poor spider.
This freaking boy.
Oh, that's so sad.